Hardcore gamers, when did your addiction go way too far? My birthday is on Christmas Day. I have always spent my birthday celebrating Christmas and never doing anything I wanted to do. I have 2 young kids and I spend a lot of time with them and my wife. I barely see my friends anymore. This Christmas I just wanted to play Call of Duty with the boys. They were all going to be playing COD on Christmas and I didn't want to miss out because we are never on at the same time. My wife was incredibly angry with me and wanted to throw my new Xbox out the window. I've never really celebrated my birthday. I was lucky if anyone other than my brother said the words happy birthday to me. My mom was super religious and made us spend every Christmas at church from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The only acknowledgement I ever got from my family was a cake after dinner and a pack of socks once. I left home the day after my high school graduation and that's when I met my boys. We've been everywhere together, have saved each other's lives and they are my brothers. They've always made me feel like my birthday was my birthday and not just Christmas. My wife has done this too, but not to the extent that the boys have. Also, we haven't gotten together since before my son was born. We all live in different states and never see each other anymore. I was not planning on playing all day. I planned on opening presents with the family and then hopping on with the boys around noon. I still didn't think it was a big ask. Family time is incredibly important, but I happen to think that COD with the boys is too. I spend a lot of time with my family. I always wanted to give them the dad I never had. My dad is still around but was a drunk and has a new family now. I'm very close with my son and hopefully, I'm just as close with my daughter once she's a little older. My wife is convinced that the boys don't like her. We've been together a total of 10 years and she's always said that they feel like she stole me away from them. This is not true and they have never indicated this. When I do get to play, I don't shirk my responsibilities. I'm not able to mess with my responsibilities because there's just not much I can do. I always do what I have to, but mostly just play on the rare occasion that I get the house to myself. What I'm asking for is uninterrupted time with the boys. I haven't even thought of asking for this before. Doesn't seem to matter how long, she doesn't want me online at all. I barely play COD with my wife and it's very difficult for us to get through this tough time. Nevertheless, we are married and have our kids together. I don't think either party is looking to split up with one another because of our history together. My conversation with my wife about playing COD turned into a huge fight. Things were said that can't be taken back. She threatened to leave me and take the kids. I was so angry that I stormed out of the house, grabbing my Xbox on the way. I drove to the nearest bar to clear my head. I started drinking heavily, just wanting to forget about the fight. After several drinks, I was in a dark place. I started messaging the boys about our fight and how I might lose my family. They tried talking some sense into me but I was past the point of listening. On my way home, still drunk, I got into a horrible car accident. My car rolled multiple times and I was trapped inside. Emergency services had to cut me out of the wreckage. I was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. The police determined I was driving drunk and charged me. My family found out about the accident and fight in the hospital. My wife was devastated and said she couldn't trust me anymore. We decided to separate while I recovered. I ended up in a coma for weeks. The boys blamed themselves for not stopping me from drinking. When I finally woke up, I had lost everything. My family, friends, and potentially my freedom if convicted of the DUI. All because I couldn't let go of a stupid video game for one day. The consequences of my actions were more severe than I ever could have imagined.